Hi everyone, my name is Corey Lucino. I'm a developer advocate on the Ads Developer Relations team. Our goal today is to take a look at how to build and validate queries against the Google Ads API using the Google Ads query language, GAQL. There is some validation that needs to happen to understand what can or can't exist in the select clause, and this is due to what you put in the where clause. Now, I'm just going to quickly jump to the where tab here. So if I were to add another segment to the where clause, or if I were to add another segment to the order by even, because their presence is in the where or order by, they must also exist within the select clause. So I'm going to add network type to my where clause, and I'm going to see what happens. It's going to throw up an error, and it's going to say segments.addNetworkType needs to also exist within the select. If it doesn't, then I can't filter on it. And it would be the same for the order by as well. So I'm going to click yes, and it's going to allow me to go ahead and filter on a value for this field. And I'm going to add this filter criteria, and you're going to see that it's now added to the select as well as filtered in the where. This is true for most fields, but there are a couple exceptions. And those exceptions would be what we consider core date segments. A core date segment is any other segment, but specifically it is of data type date, and it is of a couple different specific fields. It is segments.date, segments.month, segments.year, segments.quarter, segments.week. So all of those segments are special in the way that they can function in the query as opposed to other segments, but they still function otherwise exactly like any other segment. They still can segment your metrics when they exist within the select clause. Now, where they're different is that they can be in the where clause without needing to be in the select clause. So if I choose segments.date as my where, and I say where date equals 2021-01-01, you're going to notice that didn't tell me that it needed to be in the select clause. Now, if I click on this error, however, it's going to say that I need at least one valid field in the select clause because there's nothing there right now. But the fact that I added segments.date into the where clause is not in and of itself an error. It doesn't need to exist in the select clause. So let me accomplish fixing this error. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add metrics.clicks back, which removes that error. And I want to talk about what this query does. So what this query is going to do is it's going to give me a date bound on the values I'm returning without segmenting those values. So if I were to return a date range of 2021-01-01 to 2021-02-01, it would create a date range for the data returned, but it would not bucket my metrics returned by that date range, which is a really useful tool that you can't do with other segments, but you can do with core date segments. The other thing to note about existing in one of the clauses and needing to be in the select is that order by functions the same way. However, order by also functions this way with metrics. So if I were to add a metric to the order by, such as metrics.all-conversions, it would tell me I would need to add metrics.all-conversions to my select for it to exist within the order by. So if I say no here, it's not going to let me add that.